Well, hello, this is Susan for SLC Aquatics coming to you live from the office fish room. And I hope that everyone is having a good Tuesday. And I do believe this is February the 4th, 2020. I'm a mod for both, and both give me notifications. And every time I go there, he has had Wi-Fi issues. Fish Kid Jake, Chewy Ltd, Rockford Fish Keeping. We also have Chewy Ltd. I said that. Daryl Deemer and William was in here. William Pridemore was here. He was first tonight. I want to welcome everybody to the live stream. I hope everybody's hearing me okay. I can turn my mic up if there is a problem. And the Zen Ginger is in the house. Hello, everybody saying hi. Hello, ER Aquatics. How you doing? We got Storm Riders Aquatics. Melvin's in the house. We got Fancy Tail Aquatics in the house. Hey, William, I'm glad you hung in there. I just went snorkeling in Mexico. Fish Kid Jake. I'm so jealous, but I'm so happy. I'm glad, and I hope you got some good footage. William brought up a subject that has a sore spot with me, a glow betta. No glow bettas here. Whoop, whoop, Dusty Richie's in the house. Dustin, how are you? Is it warming up or not? Chewy wants to know what part of Mexico, salt or freshwater, Fish Kid Jake. Wait, they have glow bettas now? Yes. And it's terrible. You just posted the video? Okay, Fish Kid Jake, I'm going to go check it out. So, we are at 69 degrees at 71 here in the office. Tomorrow's going up to 73. Then we're going back down into the 30s. What do you think? Huh? Go figure. Salt water on Isla Mujeres. Very good. Fancy Tail Aquatics is sharing the website, slcaquatics.org, and I hope that you will go there and sign up your email. And if you want to sign up for the newsletter, you can just sign up with your email, or you can go to the blog page and scroll to the bottom and sign up for the newsletter there. I use both email accounts for the newsletter, and I'm in the process of still editing it. I've gotten a wave of business over the weekend, and I have been so busy and burning the midnight oil. And just before the broadcast, for about 2 hours, the office administrator and I been trying to set up our emails on our computers because we have a new church website that I've actually activated, but it's a different procedure every time you set up an email. So every server is a little different, one or two things. Dustin says, I'm groovy. Nope, we got like 3 mm of snow last night. Denver got a blizzard, but that's over the mountains from us. Okay, Dustin. Scott's Aquatics is in the house. Hello, everyone. Chevy Fish is in the house. Zen Ginger says, William, I love my glowfish, but the bettas aren't very pretty, and I don't understand the point of altering them yet. So I'm going to refrain from encouraging it for now. LOL. Thank you, Zen Ginger. And if y'all want to go to my YouTube channel and go to the community tab, you will understand what I'm talking about. ER Aquatics says, here in New Hampshire, we have a kitchen sink storm coming in Thursday morning, starting with snow, Thursday evening switching to a mix, then rain all day Friday. LOL. All of the seasons in one day, ER. Isn't that what we're getting anywhere? Just got tons of wind today, Chevy said. We had some sprinkles. Fancy Tail Aquatics says to Storm Rider Aquatics, hi, back. Not even seen a half-inch of snow in Louisville this year. Odd year. Yes, Scott. Even here in Alabama, I think the most we got was a little bit of frozen dew. I went out one morning to open the car door. A couple mornings I had to scrape ice off of the windshield and the side windows, but that was just frozen dew. That's all that was. It was no precipitation. Hit the like button. Thank you, Fish Kid Jake. I also live in a small town in Milford, New Hampshire. Excuse me, my nose is itching. And I have a house right downtown, and Bernie Sanders is outside. Stupid primary. No politics, no religion, even though I share the love of Jesus in my broadcast from time to time. Fish Kid Jake says there's a bit of snow here. Where are you at, Fish Kid Jake? Mr. B's fishing things. Hey, Brandon. How are those Oscars doing? Good evening. Yes, I guess it is good evening to you. Chewy says, I just commented on it at Fish Kid Jake. Will you be near the Yucatan Peninsula? There are some very interesting freshwater fish in and around that area. We got Jason the Fish Tropic here. Hello, Jason. How are you doing? Select Pet is in the house. Fancy Tail Aquatics. I'll take a no snow year here in Kentucky, but I feel we have yet to see the last of winter, but I'm hoping for summer. Dustin says, running outside to chop wood. I'll be back in 10 minutes. I have a feeling we're going to have some really strange weather from here on out. Nothing is normal. Nature's out of whack. So many fires, so many floods, so many mudslides, so many earthquakes, so many hurricanes and tornadoes and tsunamis, etc. There's just been so many storms everywhere that nature has even been upset out of its natural habitats. And wow, our world is changing, everybody. Kaler's Aquatics in the house. Hey, Bob. Canada. Fish Kid Jake's in Canada. All right, honey. Rockford Fish Keeping said to ER Aquatics, isn't it a law you can throw a snowball at anyone running for government? Okay, enough politics. Chewy says the firemouth cichlid comes from that area. Fancy Tail says Select Pet, always a surprise in the weather. Hi, Mr. B. Yes. All right, okay. Trying to catch up. Oh, forgot to do my time toggle stamps. I like to know where I'm at on time. I got started earlier tonight. Melvin's still having problems with his Wi-Fi, and I pray things get worked out real soon for you so you can get back in your slot. There are a lot of police and supporters out there, yeah. All right, so there's no real topic tonight. I will give you all a few updates on the 55. It is staying at 7.7. You know, it hasn't dropped any. And the one rainbow that I took out of the 5-gallon bucket and put back in the 55-gallon with the Denison barbs and the angelfish and the Cory cats, for the first couple days stayed very pale looking. Still doesn't have its full color up. Something's still stressing it. Vanoski's Tanks is in the house. Hello, Vanoski. And I'm doing my weekly 10% water changes. I'm doing smaller water changes for a while. Fancy Tail Aquatics says I should go back to shipping fish as this winter has been so mild. Yep, but we just got to keep our eye out and just put heat packs in there. I insulate mine, wrap mine in newspaper if I can, and that also keeps the fish from stressing. Okay, Rockford Fish Keeping says, if you take the age of the earth and change it into length, it would be 88 feet long. Humans would be only the thickness of a sheet of paper in that time scale. Well, I'm going to take that. I need it. Oh my goodness. Fish Kid Jake says I have a Lamborghini. Oh my goodness, y'all quit. Scott Aquatics, I have XJ on 37S. Oh my goodness. Y'all having fun with your Jeeps and your cars. I just got a notification that there are updates available, but I bet if I click on it, it's going to say Windows 10 couldn't be installed. I am so tired of that loop, can't get rid of it. It's a sickness. I have 4 1996 XJ Countries, 2 lifted and 2 factory. Oh my goodness. Y'all having fun. But anyway, that was the update on the rainbow. And I'm still getting babies in my American Green Delta guppies. Bob's, how are your guppies doing? And my 125-gallon pond slowly was leaking. I do not know where. It is a pre-form, kind of like a pond liner, hard plastic pond liner. And I don't know where it's leaking yet. So Rod and I went out and bought a 150-gallon stock container made by Rubbermaid, and I transferred with a pump their water out of the pond into the 150, and then I hand caught each goldfish and put them in the 150, and then I moved the pond off the porch. And what I'm going to do is now I'm going to pump the water from the 150 back into the pond. I'm going to transfer the fish very carefully back to the pond. I'm going to move the 150 into place, and it won't be as pretty as the pond, but it will be, I think, more functional for them. It'll be deeper, and the winter air won't be near as bad on them. Yes, Melvin. So that's what I'm going to work on tomorrow, and because it's going up to 72 tomorrow. Fancy Tail says, oh no, I had to reformat my hard drive to get Windows 10 installed and lost everything. At least I had a lot of backups. Oh, well, good. I'm glad you had some backups. Hello, Michael Aquarium, all the way from England. Good to have you with us. Good day to you. Chewy says, 2 minutes to curtain rise. Have you liked the stream yet? Thank you, Chewy. 16 watching, 11 likes. Let's even it up, please. Yes, thank you. Hit that like button. ER says, oh, Susan, the orange lyre tail females are prego. Should have fry soon. Awesome. They are pretty. Fish Jake Kid, bye guys, gotta go. Thanks, Fish Kid. Jake, God bless you. See you later, honey. Amber, Big City Bettis is in the house. Hey, y'all. Susan, hearts. Love you too. How you doing? How's the house going? Oh, you still got snow on the ground? Windows 10 upgrade, lost my boot file. Rest in peace, computer. I use Windows 10 on my laptop downstairs because I have to. And now Windows 7 is no longer supported by Microsoft, so we're on our own, guys. Michael Aquarium says, how to everyone who knows me on here, how are you all doing? Thank you, Michael. Doing fine, a little tired, but I'm doing well. In the tank behind me, guys, is still those 4 male cribenzas. I think I may have one female. It's very small, very faded, and hides all the time. So that one could be a female. So I know I got 3 males running around in there fighting each other. I have one that's a dominant boss pest of the whole tank. I still have the 2 flagfish in there, but they hide all the time because the crebenza is so aggressive. Everybody is scared to death to move in that aquarium. So as soon as I can, I'm going to take him out and I'm going to put him somewhere, but I don't know where I'm going to put him yet. My phone at Boost Mobile is paid for and I can't use it yet. They told her to complain because they're a non-contract phone company under T-Mobile and they're trying to be a contract phone company. Wow. Chevy Fish says, later Fish Kid Jake and enjoy your vacation. And everybody's saying later and hi to Amber. Chewy says, did that time just get reset? It's possible. I started early, Chewy. I started about 15 minutes early. So it may reset itself. I'm not sure. Let me go look at it. It says I have current 17 watching, 7 in the chat rate, 35 playbacks already, and the average watch time is 6 minutes and 30 seconds. All right. Analytics says, that's what analytics says. Stream health is excellent. It says stream is healthy. Are you all healthy? Anyway, touching lives 1 fish at a time. Let's get some fish going. Let's get some big city bettas. How is your breeding projects going in that wall of betta grow outs? It's going well. Setting up my office so I can start breeding my domestic bettas again. Awesome. HC Aqua's in the house. Hello, Jesse. How are you doing? Good to see you. Thanks for joining us. We're just chit-chatting tonight. I was giving everybody an update that I do have 1 rainbow fish left. It's not colored up really well, but it is not swimming constantly in the stream of the filter. So I'm going to just maintain small water changes. My pH is still holding around between 7.4 and 7.6. And saw you on JH the other night and love your house. That's what Scott said to Amber. Yes. So who wants to come over and help me lift a 55-gallon to replace a bad board under the tank? Okay. But I think I'm a little far away from you there, Rockford. I'm not holding my breath. Oh. Big City Betta says to select pets. Cribs are bonded pair breeders, but they will often divorce after being moved to a new tank, or if you remove their fry, or if one fails as a parent and eats their babies. I know cribenzas they either breed really well or they kill really well. Learned that the hard way. Yeah, I'm sure. Susan, okay, Bob is sharing my Instagram. Yes, please check out my Instagram. Sometimes I post crazy stuff up there. Kent's Fish is in the house. Hello, Kent. Good to have you with us. Having a great week in the fish room. Fry is everywhere. That is always good to hear. I have fry in a lot of my tanks. I need to work with my new strain of guppies, the tuxedo red koi panda guppies. I think that's how you say it. It's a tongue twister. They're all maturing. The females are all pregnant. I want to put a little bit more coverage in there. I have guppy grass. I have some Java moss. I have some crypts that haven't really taken off, but they're getting established. I have a piece or two of Java fern down in there. Michael Aquarium says we've got 20 people watching and 12 likes, so they should be 20 likes as well. Thank you, Michael. Little Egypt Aquarium Club. Hi, Susan. Hope you're well. Well, hello. Good to have you with us. So glad to have you with us. Kayla says, refresh, Michael. It's 23. Y'all playing light games. Rockford says, if you knew what tank you wouldn't. It's the jewel tank that's full of flagstone. Okay, I changed my mind. We'll get some volunteers off the street. How about that? Thank you, Scott, again for sharing slcaquatics.org. Tomorrow, Scott, I have to go take son to dialysis. I pick him up, and then I have to go take him grocery shopping and get him some insulin. So when I get home, I'll hit you up, okay? And we'll talk business. Chevy Fish is talking to Big City Bettas. What do you use as a first betta fry food, or for how long? HC Aqua says, that reminds me of the time I took the male guppies out for the night to shoot some photos. Put them back the next day and the female beat him up real good. I think she assumed he was cheating. Where have you been? Oh, that's too funny. Let's see. Rockford said to ER Aquatics, this is something I'll be doing in the next week so the tank doesn't fall over. That's right. I hope you get some help there. Susan, you still working on the sand bottoms and results so far? Yes, Scott. I haven't added any more sand anywhere. When I do water changes on Thursday, I will be doing water testing, perimeters, pH, nitrates, ammonia. I still don't have the GH and the KH test kits yet, but I have to report to everyone. My friend Corona Ken, for my birthday, sent me a TDS meter, guys. So I will be using the TDS meter also, so I can give you all that report. I have not used it yet. Thank you for sharing Twitter. And you can reach me on Twitter. You can reach me on Instagram. I also have a Patreon account, and if you would like to support Susan for SLC Aquatics for our $1 a month donation, that helps feed the fish in the fish room, helps keep the webpage going, and those who disabled their subscription back in October when I shut my Patreon down, hint, hint to those that are present in the chat box, if you would still like to support me, please reactivate your donation so that I will get some money in my account, okay? Hint, hint. His name starts with a C, A. But everybody, if you are able for $1 a month to support Susan for SLC Aquatics, it would be very much appreciated. And I do post things on Patreon, I post things on Instagram, I post things on my community tab on my YouTube, I post things in my on my page in Facebook's SLC Aquatics, and I'm sure there's other places I post things too. On my Facebook profile, Susan Core, sometimes I do that as well. I do have a Zazzles account and a Teespring account if you would like to have any of my merchandise. I do have stickers if you want to swap stickers Like in my video I posted, the wall of stickers, actually it looks different now, but if you would like to trade stickers, just contact me at my email right here, SLC, oh, that one's Susan at slcaquatics.org. So, trying to get everything in one place. So the results, Scott, for the sand bottoms is that the 20-gallon that I added 2 inches of sand to the substrate, to the gravel substrate, that aquarium is doing much better. The fish are not as lethargic. I haven't done, like I said, the water testing. I will on Thursday just before I do water changes. So, and then in the 55, I haven't added any more sand yet. I ended up buying 5 bags of pool filter sand, which I will be adding to my gravel substrates, keeping the color in, uniformed. And those that don't have any substrate, I will be adding sand there. So, Big City Betta says, Chevy, it's a bit of a process, but basically microworms, Walter worms, banana worms, and BBS, which is baby brine shrimp. Stop feeding the worms after the first few weeks, and then feed the baby brine shrimp until they are 6 to 8 weeks old. That's good information. Thank you, Amber, for sharing that. Kent's Fish says, purple guppies, purple, green, blue guppies, super reds, and brown plecos, and rainbow fries. Rainbow fry. You've got rainbow fry, Kent? All right. I will remember that. Yep, it jumped. No problem. We will hook up soon as time allows. Yeah, I looked into transferring the domain name, Scott, and of course I could have proceeded, but I wanted your permission to do it first because I got all of the who is information off of it, so I can transfer it. I think it's $18. Chewy Ltd says, if you have not signed up for the newsletter, I'm sure that Susan will tell you to go to SLC Aquatics website and sign up in the email that drops down when you go, or you can go to the blog page and scroll all the way down to the blog page, and there you can sign up for the newsletter. As I said earlier, I use both email accounts. I use those who sign on through just regular email and those who register for the newsletter. It all goes into one bin. It's just different ways to sign up. Recon's Aquarium's in the house. Hello, Recon. How are you doing? ER says, everyone, I have not used a test kit in 12 years of fish keeping. I have a certain way I care for my fish, and others have others' ways. That's true. Everybody does something a little different, ER. Scott's Aquatics is saying hi to Recon. Okay, Bob is sharing my Patreon link. Y'all can go there and sign up to support me for $1 a month. And then there is a second tier that I didn't talk about for $5. And I have a limited of 10 Patreons there if you want to support for $5 a month. And that one has some merchandise benefits to it. So it's up to you. If it works for you, then it works for you. Yes, and even the interview that I did with Father Fish has his technique, and that's why I'm trying some of his his old techniques. They're not new. And we even made the comment at the beginning of the broadcast that if what you're doing is working, don't change unless you want to do something different and experiment with something different. There's so many different ways. There's ways to keep fish without substrate. There's ways to keep fish with substrate. There's ways to keep fish with different kinds of substrate. There's times to different ways to keep even goldfish in a pond. Some people use filtration. Some people don't use filtration. I have personal testimony from a person who had a very small pond, and the goldfish and the koi reproduced without any filtration. They were living in muck and still reproducing in muck. It was sad for the fish, but they were still thriving. And I don't know what they were eating on. They were eating algae and, hair algae and what all, maybe microscopic organisms. But anyway, they were thriving. So there's different ways, and that's the beauty of this hobby. You can keep fish different ways. But if you're a beginner, we want to coach you and guide you with the basics that is a good practice, Thank you, Bob at Kaler's Aquatics, for sharing my Facebook page. Yes, that is my Facebook page. William is saying hi to Recon. We have World Aquarium Singapore in the house. Well, hello. Good to have you with us. Morning, Susan, and all fish lovers. I'm outside now and don't have my sound on and can't hear you. But I'm talking. All right, that was at 6:11. Bob is sharing my Zazzles account, and believe me, if you go over there, you will find some very fun things with my logo on it. Thank you, Bob. And it jumped. Huh. I didn't delete that. Did any of my mods? I think YouTube deleted it. Oh, we've got Derek, 44 Meg Guy, in the house. Hello, Derek. I hope you saw my little shout out in the video this morning. Shouting out your channel. 44 Meg Guy, Fish and More, in the chair. I guess I've been spelling your name wrong, Derek. Have I? We got Maple Street Aquatics. Hello, Brandon. How are you doing? Daniel, keeping fish. Good evening, all. Hello, Daniel. Hope everybody's doing well. Chevy Fish says, my phone is being crazy. I don't have enough infusoria cultures, but plenty of Walter worms. Oh, okay. I had never heard of a Walter worm before. And, oh, I forget what your name is. The Korean TV. Hello. Is it Kim? Hello, Kim. Everybody say hi to Kim from Korea. And we show love for love. If a channel is new to you, go over there and show love for love. Spread the love. The hashtag FishFamLove. Fish are more tolerant than we give them credit, usually. I've seen wild fish thriving in stagnant swamps. Yeah, there's all kinds of things that I think even Corey discovered when he went to Peru, that we are like being super careful with these wild species, and these wild species are living in very nutrient-rich environments. And I'll put it that way. Thank you, Jesse, for saying hi to Kim. So, everything's jumping. You're welcome, Derek. Oh, Bob is saying, could be not. Who's to say? um, Bob at Kaler's Aquatics. Chewy wants to know, are you streaming tomorrow? ER's got to go. Did I miss that? ER? See ya. Thanks for coming by. My chat jumps and I lose comments. I'm so sorry. Caleb's Aquatics is in the house. Hey, Caleb. Hope you're doing well. Rockford Fish Keeping discovered that there's another Caleb's Aquatics that has 20 subscribers and 11 videos. I didn't know if you knew about him or not. He's not copying your videos. He has his own videos. And I told Rockford Fish Keeping that he joined in 2018, so he's not a new account. World Aquarium Singapore says, hi all, what is a good time for me to do a live stream in Singapore? On your schedule, whenever you're ready to go live, just go live. And those of us that have subscribed to your channel and clicked the notification bell, we will get notification of when you go live. And we'll hop right on over there. I think most are banned. Yep. Kim, how do you say that? Kim Eonji? Kim Yonji? Kim Yonji? I'm trying not to butcher your name. I missed something. It's morning time there. Yes. Vanessa and I are going to be on Rob 93 stream tomorrow with Rob and Aquafunk. Tomorrow's Wednesday. Okay. I'll try to be looking for you, but have a great stream in case I don't make it. The color purple quote, Chewy. GRB Aquatics is in the house. Good day. Good day, mate. Daniel says, how are you enjoying the super speed internet, Bob? Little Egypt Aquarium Club is saying hi to Kim from Illinois, USA. Thank you, Bob, for sharing my PayPal account. Chevy says, hi, Recon and Kaler's Aquatics. World Aquarium Singapore says, I'm in public area, so I can turn on my sound. I can hear Susan. Great. I know the chat's jumping around right now. So I am working on the newsletter. I'm hoping to get it out within the next week. I have some wonderful articles. They are just a little long, so it's hard for me to actually be setting it up, and I'm doing a different technique this time, guys. It won't be a big event in your email. I'm going to try to include it in a link, and I know that may not go through very well, and I'm going to try to create a campaign on my mail server, MailChimp, a campaign that will allow the link to open up the project like a page. So we'll see how that works. I'll have to send out a couple test emails to see how it responds in your email inbox. So I've got the YouTube channel shout outs lined up. I want to add a business shout out And Dustin, if you still want me to put your information in there, I will add your information under a shopping tab. And I'm trying to think of different things because even though I have several articles that I can do, there hasn't been very many entries this time. So it's going to be a shorter email with longer articles, okay? But these articles are going to be awesome to read and to reread and to share and to explore. So you're really going to love it. Awesome. Thank you for the shout out. You're welcome, Derek. And I feel like I've been there before. Okay. Dustin, are you using the wood for heat? How are you doing, Mike? Okay. Everybody's being cordial to each other. I misheard who may be going live. World Aquatics Singapore wants to know when would be a good time for them to go live. Sand Creek Aquatics, hey honey, how are you doing tonight? And anybody I missed. Science Gal Aquatics is in the house. Fish Tank Barn Bike is here. I haven't had a chance yet, Chewy. I will probably read it before the stream. Let's see. I'm sorry, guys. I am a little tired tonight. Haven't had any rest today. It's been go, 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 go. Go, go, gadget. Thank you, Bob, for sharing my Patreon account. World Aquarium Singapore. Cool. So many fish and aquatic people here. Yes, that is. Let's see how many's here. We got 32 here. And I am boring. I'm trying to catch up with the chat and see if there's any questions. Watching my phone, great stream. Thank you. Aquariums maintained by Andy. Good to have you in the house. God bless you. I did an update on my 55-gallon. Thursday I will be doing water changes and doing testing my water perimeters in the 20, where I added the 2 inches of black sand cap to my substrate of gravel. That a tank is doing better. The fish are doing better. I think I've lost my black rose shrimp, though. I can't find any black rose shrimp. But in my 5-gallon tank, where my they're not ghost shrimp, snowball shrimp, they're thriving well. And I think I've got 3 males and 2 females. Dustin says I have probably 60% of my 55-gallon tank full of hornswort and some small water lettuce, and I'll be happy to share. I suppose I need to as far as for a couple bucks for shipping. And you know, just you can ask here, you can tell me here, Dustin, or you can tell me in an email, and or I'll just make it where they contact you and you all can work out a deal that way. All right. The wood is for the wood stove. We replaced our pellet stove about 3 months ago. I round up mostly pallets and have to chop it up to fit in the box, and my wife is toasty warm all the time. That's so sweet. Fancy Tail Aquatics, talking to Dusty. Teehee, I did a video a few weeks ago of losing hundreds of money culling hornwort, guppy grass, java moss, and so on. Yes, he did. And when he threw it away, I just like cringed. I was like, no, Scott, sell it. Royal Fish Aquatics, hello. Good to have you. Carlos in the house. Oh, Lord, what's a cow's favorite drink? You're too funny. Um, we've got people from Singapore, Korea, Canada, Australia, England. Everybody shout out where you're from. United States or another country. Recon says, did water changes today and got some B-roll for next week's video. Well, I hope that you have caught my video today because I did do a little update on the pH monitor and how I took the rainbow fish and released him from the 5-gallon bucket back into the 55-gallon. And those that are following me on my community tab and on my Facebook account, my 125-gallon pond on the front porch had a small leak. It was losing like a 1/4 inch of water daily. And so Rod and I went and bought a 150-gallon stock tank, and they're in that right now. And I pumped all of the water out of it into the stock tank, so they're in their own water. There is no oxygen, there is no filtration going on right now because they are not eating. The temperatures have been below 50 degrees in the tank. And tomorrow I will be doing a transfer. I will be pumping their water back out into the pond on the outside of the porch, and then I will be transferring them so that I can put the 150-gallon stock tank in place with the other small tubs, and then I will be refilling the 150 in place and filling it with the rest of the way with fresh water, dechlorinated water, setting up a couple more bog plants. I think I'm going to separate some of the bog plants that I have. A smoothie. You're so funny, Royal Fish. And that's what my day on Thursday is going to look like. I'm still working on the newsletter, guys. And everybody in the fish room downstairs is doing well. I still need to find homes for the self-cloning crayfish because every week the numbers are diminishing. I think I'm down to about 5 crayfish right now, and they're still in the same tank. Once I got my H2O parameters all leveled out, they be growing gangbusters. Did water changes today, Recon said. Okay, got some B-roll. Recon, Sand Creek, hi, and the chat jumps again. Yeah, we don't say the World Aquarium Singapore. We don't say that word. We say love, show love for love, because it's okay for me to say it on my program, but in the chat, they frown on it. So we say show love for love. Chattanooga Ed's in the house. Choo choo. I don't have my hat and my scarf on tonight. Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Mississippi, Sand Creek Aquatics. Yeah, everybody sound out where they're from. Singapore, Australia, Korea, California. I'm in Alabama, Texas, North Carolina. All right, beautiful, beautiful. Hey, Diego at PetSonics. Good to have you. D down the wormhole, Canada. Russville, Indiana. Tom Patterson's in the house. Hey, Tom. Good to have you with us. Tom, what kind of fish do you keep, honey? D and Diego. That's cute. Rose Aquatics is in here. I cannot wait till the 15th row and to meet Bob and Chattanooga Ed and James from Fish Room Fever, and I think Ginger is gonna make it. Ginger, oh, help me out, Bob. Illinois, Pet Sonic says. Down the Wormhole, Canada. Alberta. Rose, Tennessee. Rushville, Indiana. Down the Wormhole. Susan! Silly Susie's in the house. Hey, Silly Susie. West Texas just as well be its own country. Wow. Yeah, everything's big in Texas. Fancy Tale says, Louisville, Kentucky, of course. Well, thank you for my new Patreon. Thank you, Bob. Thank you so much. 44 Mad Guy saying hi down to D down the Wormhole. And Kayla's sharing petsonics.com. As y'all see my sponsors above me. Now, when I say sponsors, there's no financial support. But these people have been very good to me. They've shared with me. They've given to me. Some of them, Green Oasis Farms provides a promo code. Petsonics.com provides a promo code. D at Everything Aquatic hasn't done a promo code yet, but she gives me great discounts when I order my foods. And Scott, God bless him, he has paid. He was the first two people who donated when I used Streamlabs OBS, and I have won a big bag. Was it a gallon bag of your fish flakes at one time? That's how I first got introduced to Fancy Tail Aquatics. I won a giveaway that he was doing, and since then I've ordered flake food from him. No, he gave me flake food with an order of rapashi that I ordered from him. And Diego at Pet Sonics, he just takes care of me. You know, sometimes I order things from his website, and then other times I give him my order when he's making an order, and he just blesses me. And so when we sow into each other's businesses, that's why I share these sponsors at the top. So yes, visit their websites and support them. You know, a lot of times, like at SC Aquatics, Stephen, he does really good on his websites as well. Also, a good way to state it too, Susan, I see that in a lot of streams, including NHL team streams. Well, thank you, Chewy. And I do not know JUWEL 180 fish tank. Dwarf snakeheads allowed in Canada and the USA? No, they're not. I don't know if they are or not. I think Ginger can't. Roe is though. Okay, Ginger can't. Okay, but Roe is though. Okay, got you, Bob. Thank you. I'm behind. 6:34. What? My husband just blessed me. Oh, thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Rod. God bless you, sweetheart. Okay. However, it is being appealed in Canada from what I am hearing at World Aquarium Singapore as the argument goes on. Okay. Chevy Fish is saying hi to Silly Susie. Sand Creek says, are you going to meet up Sunday in Knoxville? No, not Sunday in Knoxville. February the 15th here in Birmingham, Alabama. Actually, Hoover, Alabama. My local fish club is having its ground meeting to establish everything in forming a true aquarium club. So Bob and Chattanooga Ed and James, Fish Room Fever, I'm sorry, my nose is just itching like crazy, guys, is coming down to Hoover, Alabama, and I'm going to get to meet them. And Roe's coming too. Thank you, nice words. Oh, Scott, the truth is, you can't make up the truth. Guess you guys in the States will need to drive long hours to meet up. Sometimes we do. Tom says, I keep angels, endlers, guppies, platies, barbs, cories, tetras, red-tailed shark, and ADF frogs. I forget what ADF frogs is. Can you expound to me on what ADF frogs is? I know it's something. You've got quite a collection there, Tom. Thanks for sharing that info. So if y'all wanted to hit him up for anything, let him know. Pet Sonics, oh, how specific are we supposed to be? Chicago area. That's as specific as I will get, LOL. Y'all so funny. I'm working on my Shopify website, coming along at a snail's pace. You're too funny, Ro. Does anybody know what Ro keeps at a snail's pace? Very good, sweetheart. Chewy says, depends upon where they are. World's Aquarium Singapore. The east part of the upper states are very close together. Tom Patterson saying hi to Storm Rider. Rockford Fish Keeping says, I believe each state has its own laws pertaining to snakeheads. Now, I know the dwarf ones, the big ones, of course, are to be killed and then taken to your environmental agencies, if you catch any. The JUWEL 180 fish tank with a cabinet fish tank size is 39 inches wide, 16 inches deep, 16 inches high, and comes with 2 filter pump heater, light gravel, and fish net. 130 francs. Is that francs, honey? I don't know. Euros. Silly Susan says, has anyone used pecan wood in aquariums before? I'm boiling some up now to try it. I haven't. Has anybody got any information for Silly Susan on pecan wood? African dwarf frogs. Thank you, D. Oh, dart frogs? Huh? ADF? Midwest Picker. Hey, Midwest Picker. Good to have you with us today. Dart frogs. African dwarf. Dart, LOL, like I knew, Bob said. ADF, African dwarf frog. Okay. Are those the aquatic frogs that stay in the aquarium all the time? ADF, African dwarf frog. Thanks, guys. Sand Creek says, cool. May have to check that in Hoover. Yes. And if you can, come on down, sweetheart. It may turn out to be a wood to use in a dark water tank. Okay. The tannins that are boiling out are very dark brown. Yeah, like JH has the black water tanks. Yes. I keep crayfish, shrimp, and snails. Ro keeps crayfish, shrimp, and snails. Sounds like a crushing girl to me, a crustacean girl to me. Susan, hoping your Birmingham LFS are open that Sunday. I will call Ed's to see if he is. Usually he is. Poison dart frogs are very cool, Bob. There is a breeder in Abbotsford, British Columbia, that is a member of the Vancouver Aquarium Society. I was probably confusing the two, Chewy. Takes very little to do so. Midwest Picker is saying hi to Storm Riders Aquatics. English Pounds. Thank you, Michael. Dustin says, silly Susie, I have terrible luck with wood. It's all just turned white and slimy, so I've gotten rid of it before my fishes all croak. And I found out, Dustin, that white, filmy, slimy stuff is pretty good for the fish. 100% aquatic ADF. Thank you, Tom. Dustin, that's just the wood contents oozing out. Great for the fish. Thank you, Bob, for confirming that. Kent's Fish says, all right, got to go. Thanks, Kent. Thanks for coming by. And we'll be looking for you and checking your channel out and showing love for love. You know that they are testing the use of herbicides in biofilm plant studies, Bob. 130 for a jewel tank is super cheap. Of a 10 jewel was like $300 20 years ago. See, I'm ignorant of all that stuff. Dustin said to Fancy Tail Aquatics and to Bob Kaler, well, maybe I'd give it a try another time, but for now, I've got lots of healthy plants, and the fry love to hide there, and everyone grazes all day. Great. Silly Susie to Dustin Ritchie. You have to boil it for a couple hours, then soak it in a bucket for a few weeks. Wow. Thanks, Bob. Just waiting on my breather bags. Okay, Ro. And it jumps. Wow. I went too far. Okay. See you later, Kents. My eyes jumping. I did boil, but soaked in a bucket has yielded that really terrible smell bacteria, so I chicken out and scrape the idea. I understand. I have to change water sometimes twice a day when I'm soaking wood, and I'm too impatient to wait weeks, so I usually boil it, sit it in the bucket, and when the water quits being real brown, then I take it out, rinse it off, and put it in the aquarium. Usually I glue Anubias on it, Java ferns. What else have I glued on it? Java moss. Really cool channel. I just showed love to you guys. World Aquarium Singapore. We don't use that word. We say showed love for love. Yes, up at the university, Bob testing low levels of herbicide used in a beaver area. Oh no. Fancy Tail Aquatics says cool wood is cholla and mopani wood. I have some Malaysian wood, I have some mopani wood, and I have some cholla wood, and I also have some other hard driftwoods that Billy Self gave to me. I'm not sure. I think it's mopani. And then I have a large piece of Texas Holy Rock that I'm going to experiment in the 55 with it. Thank you, Bob. Fancy Tail Aquatic says, okay, cholla wood, yes. I'm at the bottom of the chat. Soap buckets stay in the mop closet, LOL. But everybody, if you still want to submit something for the newsletter, please do so. Use this email right here, susan@slcaquatics.org, and it is a little easier to hear and understand. Susan@slcaquatics.org. That is the email where you can send me information for the website, and the newsletter, the newsletter. And we've already been going about an hour. I know Chris is setting up for Multi-Tank Addictions live stream, and then after Chris is Mike at the Fish Tank Barn, and then after Mike, I do believe Dr. Black 66 Dr. Black goes live after Mike. So that's the lineup for tonight. We thank you and appreciate each and every one of y'all that participated. Yes, tannins and everything. Hope to have a better subject on next week instead of updates, but updates are good. And I'm taking video of the goldfish once I get them transferred into their 150 stock tank, and I get the other tubs around it set up. So I'll be sharing that with you guys. Thank you, Derek at 44 Mag Guy Fish and More, Fancy Tail Aquatics, Chewy Ltd, Daryl Deemer, Kaler's Aquatics, Dustin Ritchie, Down the Wormhole, Silly Susie, you name it, World Aquarium Singapore, Storm Riders Aquatics, and all of those in between. Michael Aquarium, we had Tom, we had Sand Creek, we have Chevy Fish, we also use the word pineapple. We love you. Susan for SLC Aquatics, hashtag FishFamMom, touching lives, one fish at a time. See you later. Mwah.